Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of United States ultra-rare coins. We'll explore the 6 most valuable and expensive coins, uncovering their historical significance, unique features, and what makes them highly sought after by collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting to build your collection, this video will give you an inside look at the gems of U.S. coinage and why they command such high value in the market. Let's get started on this incredible journey through the world of rare and priceless coins. The 1972 D. Kennedy half dollar stands as one of the most intriguing modern issues in the long-running Kennedy series, particularly when examined in its highest certified grades. While it was produced during an era of large mintages and declining everyday use of half dollars in commerce, the finest surviving examples have emerged as highly desirable and surprisingly valuable coins within the modern numismatic market. Collectors are especially drawn to the 1972 D because of the difficulty in locating superb, sharply struck pieces free of marks, making top-grade specimens among the most expensive circulation strike Kennedy halves of the 1970s. Its appeal lies not in precious metal content, as it is a copper-nickel-clad issue, but in condition rarity and the prestige associated with assembling a high-grade registry-quality set. Today, demand remains steady among both seasoned specialists and newer collectors seeking affordable yet competitive modern rarities. The historical context of the 1972 D half dollar is rooted in the broader story of the Kennedy series, first introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy following his assassination in 1963. By 1972, the half dollar had transitioned fully into copper-nickel-clad composition, as silver was removed from regular issues after 1970. The Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark on the obverse, produced a substantial quantity of half dollars that year for circulation, even though public demand for the denomination had diminished significantly. The coin reflects a period in American coinage marked by economic shifts, inflation concerns, and the move toward base metal coinage. Although the 1972 D does not commemorate a specific event beyond the ongoing tribute to Kennedy's legacy, it represents the resilience of the series during a time when the half dollar's role in daily commerce was fading. In terms of design, the 1972 D. Kennedy half dollar features the familiar portrait of President Kennedy on the obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts. Kennedy's left-facing bust is rendered with dignified realism, accompanied by the inscriptions "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date 1972, with the small D mint mark positioned above the date. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, displays a heraldic eagle adapted from the presidential seal, clutching an olive branch and arrows, surrounded by 50 stars. The coin is composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core, giving it a total weight of 11.34 grams and a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. While the design is consistent with other clad Kennedy halves of the era, high-grade 1972 D examples often reveal striking details in Kennedy's hair and the eagle's feathers that are frequently weak or flat on lower-quality pieces, making sharply struck coins especially attractive. Rarity for the 1972 D half dollar is not defined by low mintage, as millions were struck at Denver, but rather by condition scarcity. Many examples entered circulation or were stored in bags, where contact marks and abrasions became common. As a result, coins grading in the lower mint state range, such as MS-60 through MS-64, are relatively accessible and affordable. However, gems graded MS-65 and above become increasingly difficult to locate with clean surfaces, strong luster, and minimal distractions. At the highest certified levels, such as MS-67 and above, the population drops dramatically, transforming what is otherwise a common coin into a modern condition rarity. This steep decline in availability at the top grades fuels competition among registry set participants and significantly boosts the coin's value in superb condition. Market value for the 1972 D. Kennedy half dollar varies widely depending on grade. Circulated examples typically trade for only a small premium over face value, often between $1 and $3. Standard uncirculated examples in MS63 or MS64 may range from approximately $10 to $30, depending on eye appeal and luster. In gem MS65 condition, prices often rise into the $50 to $100 range. The most dramatic increases occur at the MS66 and MS67 levels, where prices can reach several $100s, and in rare cases exceed $1,000 at auction for exceptionally well-preserved specimens with outstanding strike and surface quality. These higher prices reflect both limited certified populations and strong demand from collectors building high-ranking registry sets through major grading services. For collectors seeking a high-quality 1972 D half dollar, careful attention to strike sharpness, surface preservation, and original luster is essential. Many examples suffer from weak details in Kennedy's hair above the ear or in the eagle's breast feathers, so coins with crisp definition in these areas are especially desirable. Certification by reputable third-party grading services such as PCGS or NGC is highly recommended when pursuing higher-grade pieces, as the difference of a single grade point can dramatically impact value. Collectors should also inspect coins for excessive contact marks, dull or impaired luster, or signs of cleaning, which can reduce desirability. Acquiring examples through established dealers, reputable online auctions, or numismatic shows provides greater assurance of authenticity and accurate grading, while proper storage in inert holders helps preserve long-term condition. In conclusion, the 1972 D. Kennedy half dollar exemplifies how a modern, high-mintage coin can attain significant value through condition rarity and collector competition. Though lacking silver content or dramatic mint errors, its finest examples command impressive premiums due to their scarcity in top grades and their role within the broader Kennedy half dollar series. Historically tied to the enduring legacy of President Kennedy and the transitional era of clad coinage, the coin holds both sentimental and numismatic importance. Its aesthetic appeal, combined with the challenge of locating superb specimens, ensures ongoing interest from collectors at all levels. For those willing to seek out high-grade examples and approach the market with careful study, the 1972 D half dollar offers a compelling blend of history, beauty, and investment potential within modern American coinage. Next up to in the 1974 D. Kennedy half dollar stands as one of the most intriguing modern issues within the long-running Kennedy series. And while it was produced in substantial numbers, the most expensive and valuable examples command impressive premiums in today's numismatic market. Struck at the Denver Mint and bearing the distinctive D mint mark, this coin represents a transitional era in American coinage when silver had already been removed from regular circulation half dollars, yet public interest in the denomination remained strong. For collectors, the highest grade 1974 D half dollars, particularly those certified in superb mint state conditions, are highly sought after due to their scarcity at the top of the grading scale. Although common in circulated grades, the finest known specimens have achieved remarkable auction results, making them standout modern condition rarities and a compelling focus for both registry set participants and serious Kennedy half dollar enthusiasts. The historical context of the 1974 D half dollar is rooted in the continued popularity of the Kennedy series following its debut in 1964, shortly after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. By 1974, the coin was firmly established as a circulating clad issue composed of a copper-nickel outer layer bonded to a pure copper core, reflecting the broader shift away from silver in U.S. coinage that began in the mid-1960s. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins for commerce during a period marked by economic uncertainty, inflation, and changing public attitudes toward coin collecting. Although the half-dollar saw limited use in daily transactions compared to smaller denominations, it remained a symbolic and commemorative piece, honoring the legacy of the late president. The 1974 D issue thus occupies a significant place in the Clad-era expansion of American coinage, bridging the gap between the silver-rich early Kennedy halves and the fully modern series. Visually, the 1974 D Kennedy half-dollar retains the iconic design elements introduced in 1964. The obverse, designed by Gilray Roberts, features a left-facing portrait of President Kennedy with sharp, clean lines emphasizing his youthful profile, accompanied by the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. The reverse, created by Frank Gasparo, displays the presidential seal with a heraldic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by 50 stars and the legend United States of America and half-dollar. The coin measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter and weighs 11.34 grams, with a reeded edge. In high-grade examples, especially those with strong luster and minimal contact marks, the design details appear crisp and vibrant, with frosty devices and brilliant cartwheel luster that elevate the coin's aesthetic appeal. Exceptional strikes with full detail in Kennedy's hair and the eagle's feathers are particularly prized. Rarity for the 1974 D half-dollar is not defined by low mintage alone, as the Denver Mint produced over 79 million pieces. Instead, its scarcity emerges in the realm of condition rarity. While circulated coins remain plentiful and inexpensive, superb gem specimens graded MS66, MS67, or higher by major third-party grading services such as PCGS or NGC are far more elusive. The large mintage does not equate to a large surviving population in pristine condition, as many coins were mishandled, stored in bags where they sustained contact marks, or entered circulation. Additionally, certain die varieties and minor mint errors, such as doubled dies or off-center strikes, can further enhance desirability and value. Collectors pursuing top population registry coins compete fiercely for the finest certified examples, creating upward pressure on prices for these condition rarities. In terms of market value, the 1974 D half-dollar displays a wide price spectrum depending on grade and quality. Circulated examples typically trade for face value or slightly above, reflecting their common status. Standard uncirculated coins in lower mint state grades such as MS63 or MS64 often sell in the range of $5 to $15, appealing to collectors building affordable date-hand mint sets. However, as the grade climbs to MS65 and MS66, values can increase to $40 to $150, depending on eye appeal and certification. The most valuable known examples in MS67 or higher have realized several $100s at auction, with exceptional pieces occasionally approaching or exceeding the $1,000 mark when registry demand intensifies. These higher-end prices underscore the powerful role that condition, population reports, and competitive collecting play in determining market worth. For collectors interested in acquiring a valuable 1974 D half-dollar, careful attention to quality is essential. Seek coins with strong, undisturbed luster, minimal bag marks, and sharply defined details, especially in Kennedy's hair above the ear and the eagle's breast feathers. Certification by reputable grading services provides assurance of authenticity and grade, which is particularly important when investing in higher-end mint state examples. Storing the coin in protective holders, such as certified slabs or archival quality flips, will help preserve its condition and prevent environmental damage. Purchasing from established coin dealers, major auction houses, or trusted numismatic communities can reduce the risk of overpaying or acquiring substandard material, while studying population reports can guide decisions about scarcity and long-term potential. In conclusion, the 1974 D. Kennedy half-dollar may initially appear to be a common modern issue, yet its most expensive and highest-grade examples reveal a deeper layer of numismatic significance. As part of the enduring Kennedy series, it reflects an era of economic transition and evolving coinage standards in the United States, while continuing to honor a beloved president. Its value is driven not by intrinsic metal content, but by condition, collector competition, and historical continuity within the series. For both new and seasoned numismatists, the finest 1974 D half-dollars offer an appealing combination of accessibility, historical resonance, and investment potential, ensuring that this clad-era coin maintains a respected and increasingly appreciated place in modern American coin collecting. Next up to in the most expensive and valuable United States half-dollar bearing the 1989 P mint mark is the 1989 P Kennedy half-dollar in superb gem condition, particularly those certified at the very highest mint state grades such as MS-67 and above. While at first glance the 1989 P half-dollar may appear to be a common modern coin, its true numismatic significance emerges when one considers the rarity of flawless examples and the increasing demand for top population registry quality pieces. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which resumed using the P mint mark on half-dollars beginning in 1980, this coin represents a later chapter in the long-running Kennedy half-dollar series that began in 1964. For collectors focused on modern issues, the 1989 P stands out not because of low mintage, but because of the surprising scarcity of coins preserved in pristine, sharply struck condition, making elite examples highly sought after in today's specialized market. The historical context of the 1989 P Kennedy half-dollar is rooted in the enduring legacy of President John F. Kennedy, whose portrait has appeared on the denomination since shortly after his assassination in 1963. By 1989, the half-dollar was no longer widely used in everyday commerce, having largely become a denomination struck primarily for collectors and limited circulation. The coin was minted during a period of economic stability and renewed interest in coin collecting, particularly in modern series. The Philadelphia Mint produced tens of millions of 1989 P half-dollars for circulation, yet most entered storage, bank vaults, or light circulation rather than active commerce. As part of the copper-nickel clad composition adopted in 1971, after the end of silver half-dollars for circulation, the 1989 P reflects the modern era of U.S. coinage, while continuing to honor a figure of immense historical importance. In terms of unique features, the 1989 P Kennedy half-dollar retains the classic design created by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts on the obverse and Frank Gasparo on the reverse. The obverse displays a left-facing portrait of President Kennedy, with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1989, along with the small P mint mark beneath the truncation of the bust. The reverse features a heraldic eagle with a shield, clutching arrows, and an olive branch, adapted from the presidential seal, encircled by 50 stars representing the states. The coin measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter and weighs 11.34 grams, composed of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. While the design itself is familiar, what distinguishes exceptional 1989 P examples is the sharpness of strike, strong luster, and absence of contact marks, which can be difficult to find due to the large surface area of the coin that easily shows imperfections. Rarity for the 1989 P half-dollar is not defined by mintage alone, as production exceeded 24 million pieces, but rather by condition rarity. Because many coins were stored loosely in mint bags, They often exhibit bag marks, nicks, and abrasions. As a result, coins grading MS65 or MS66 are obtainable, but examples grading MS67 are scarce, and those at MS67 plus or higher are genuinely rare. Population reports from major grading services consistently show a steep drop-off at the highest grade levels, making top-tier specimens condition rarities. There are no widely recognized major error varieties for the 1989P that dramatically elevate value, though minor doubled dies or striking anomalies can attract niche interest. Ultimately, the true scarcity lies in flawless preservation, where blazing mint luster, clean fields, and crisp detail combine to create a standout coin. The market value of the 1989P Kennedy $half varies significantly based on grade. Circulated examples generally trade at or slightly above face value, typically between 50 cents and $2 depending on condition and local demand. Uncirculated coins in MS63 to MS65 condition may sell in the $5 to $20 range. However, gem quality examples graded MS66 can command between $40 and $80, depending on eye appeal. The most valuable specimens, certified MS67 or higher by leading grading services such as PCGS or NGC, have achieved prices ranging from $300 to over $1,000 at auction, particularly when registry competition drives bidding. These values reflect the premium placed on top population coins and the steady interest among collectors assembling high-grade modern sets. While not a rare date in the traditional sense, the 1989P demonstrates how grade scarcity can transform a common coin into a valuable collectible. For collectors seeking a high-quality 1989P $half, careful selection is essential. Attention should be paid to surface preservation, luster quality, and strike sharpness, particularly in Kennedy's hair and the eagle's feathers. Because the coin's large surfaces readily show marks, even minor abrasions can significantly affect grade and value. Certification by reputable third-party grading services is strongly recommended for higher-end purchases, as authentication and grade confirmation provide both confidence and liquidity in the marketplace. Proper storage in inert holders, such as slabbed cases or archival-quality flips, will protect against environmental damage and maintain long-term value. Acquiring examples from reputable dealers, major auctions, or established numismatic communities helps ensure authenticity and fair pricing, especially for coins advertised at premium grades. In conclusion, the 1989P Kennedy $half stands as a compelling example of how modern coinage can hold substantial numismatic value when preserved in exceptional condition. Though widely minted and often overlooked in everyday transactions, the finest surviving examples possess a rarity rooted in quality rather than quantity. Its historical connection to President Kennedy, enduring design, and role within one of America's most collected coin series contribute to its lasting appeal. For both seasoned numismatists and newer collectors interested in modern issues, the 1989P in top mint state condition offers a blend of historical continuity, aesthetic strength, and investment potential. As registry competition and appreciation for high-grade modern coins continue to grow, the finest examples of this issue are likely to remain in strong demand, securing their place in contemporary American numismatics.